Hello everyone, welcome back to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. I have you guys on the tripod. You are in my den. Let me scoot you back some. Don't mind me, I'm on a total cleaning spree tonight and I wanted to bring you guys along. If you saw a previous video, I spoke about everything that has to do with gardening. And because I did something major tonight, I thought that I would bring you along to explain what I'm talking about. So before we talk seeds, what do I do first? I have a lot of seed trays and whatnot. For an example, if you're not sure, this is like a name of one. I did a review on it on the channel if you want to go back and take a look at it. I have a lot of containers, a lot of seed trays. I brought it in here and sat it on an old throw rug because it's still kind of wet. That's what I wanted to talk about. This could be, I'll figure out a title for it. But today is going to be all about your cups, your trays, your 72 cell counts, whatever it is that you use. That the first thing that I do before I start anything that has to do with gardening or planning for my future garden is to get all my trays together and clean them. If I could give any piece of advice, I'm a person who likes to reuse a lot of my containers. I do like Haas Tools, the 72 count. It's real sturdy. I've yet to get one yet, but I would highly recommend that if you want to go over to Cog Hill Farm. I think that's the name of it. He loves Haas Tools, and they have, it's a very durable, heavy 72 cell count tray that you can't bend or break. When I did a review on this, I didn't give it a rave review because I thought it was a little flimsy. If you're going to use it just for the season, it's probably okay. Being on a budget, I usually like to invest in something that I can use time and time again. With that being said, I wanted to bring you along and let's talk about trays. So, this is one single tray. As you see, it has no holes in it. Hopefully the lighting's good in here because I'm in my den tonight. This is a tray, has no holes in it. So what you would do for the newbie gardeners out there, I'm going to try to be as efficient as possible, is make sure when you get a 72 cell count, no matter if it's flimsy and you're going to use it just for the season, that's fine. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Like I said, these were all washed. This is a tray. It has all the holes in it. So what I like to do today, it was beautiful here today. It's really even warm now. It's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow here in Pennsylvania. I made it a point today to go outside and gather up my trays and, you know, different cups and whatnot, shake them out as best I could, bring them in the house, or get them out of the shed, wherever you store your pots, your seed trays. That's the first thing to do. Locate them, brush them out outside, bring them in, and they really need to be washed. Now what I did is I do a little Dawn dish soap, for an example, for things like this or the 72 cell counts. Still dripping. I put it in the sink with a little bit of Dawn dish soap. I hose it really well. I put a little bit of soap. I take a thin wash rag and I get inside every hole, scrub it up with 1 tablespoon of bleach and a tablespoon of white vinegar. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't even do that all the time. A lot of gardeners do recommend sanitizing your pots that way. I'm just going to tell you what I do or what I do to my trays. So a little bit ago, I had a stack on the kitchen floor. My place is a total mess. I'm still taking down Christmas decorations. And I decided that I was going to wash everything by hand with hot soapy water. And then I rinsed it very well. If it's really crummy dirty or stained, then go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of vinegar and a tablespoon of bleach to a little bit of Dawn dish soap, and you can let them all soak. I did have some soaking in hot water for a little while, and then these types of trays I really just wash with scalding hot water, a rag, soap, and then I rinsed them thoroughly, and that's why they're still dripping, because I literally just got done and thought, let me start the series off talking about what do I use to start my seeds. So back to what I was saying. This is your regular tray with no holes. I highly recommend that you get one of these. The reason being is because when you get a seed tray, as you can see all those holes, it's better to take the seed tray with the holes, always water from the bottom, put some water in the bottom, take your seed tray and sit it inside of this so that you can water bottom. Now, have I watered things from the top before? I have, nice and slowly. But yeah, today's topic is about grab your supplies, and now is the time. It's January the 11th, Saturday, and the first thing that I'm doing to get ready for gardening for 2020 season is to get all the things that I need disinfected and washed. Why do we do that? Well, it's had a long season. You don't want any bacteria or any leftover dirt that's maybe down in these little tunnels down in here. You may lose some plants that way. So it's always best soak in hot soapy water and sterilize your seed trays, the trays that you're going to put your seedling trays in, and also things like extra planting cups if you only need, let me see, sorry, I couldn't even think. If you only need 6 of a particular seed, this is good for that. They're thoroughly washed inside and out, not a speck of dirt on these. I do save some of them that when I used to purchase plants, I would save a few. But okay, so that's what I did. I gathered up all my trays. This is an old lid, guys. Bear with me, but I love it. This is what I used last year. I put it right over. It has a little thing that you can turn right here to vent, to put a little air in there. It also has a vent on each side. Mine's kind of been through the wars, you can tell. It's really hard to find these durable ones. So a friend of mine, if you can see that, he taped, I had a plant that fell on it and cracked it, and yeah, I was quite worried because this worked really well for me last year. So he taped it up very, very good so I can get another year's worth of use out of it. So I washed that inside and out. So the moral of the story is gather up all your trays. You may have trays that look like this so that you can put the cups in later. You want everything to be sanitized. Hot soapy water. You can do a little bit of bleach. I'm not a fan of bleach. Vinegar, it's fine. It's great. But hot soapy water, give them all a good scrubbing and get that done out of the way first before you worry about anything else, seeds, dirt, whatnot. So, yeah. I have you on a tripod right now. I do want to show you this. So, that's the tray. It doesn't have the holes. And then basically for our newbie Gardeners. They sell these in all types of stores. You can find them on Amazon. Tray with no holes. You then take a tray that has holes. You put it right inside the tray. And then, what do I do with it? Usually when you purchase these, they could come connected. This is a little bit of a cheaper version. It is a ProHex Professional Seed Starting Tray. I think it's, like I said, it's very flimsy. I did a review on it. You can go back in my videos and look for this. And I did give it a review. I'm not thrilled about it at all. A friend of mine purchased me 2 of them. They're good for the season. Let's put it that way. So I was thankful to get them, but I did not give them a good review because these were connected. And when I was doing the review, they literally separated. They're still all together. There are no broken ones or anything like that. Sorry if you see some water dripping. So you have your watering tray. And then you have your 72 cell count tray, and you basically will put them in there. Let me give you a better example. I think I don't have them in right. I don't want to rush through the video and not be completely thorough. Here we go. Put your 72 cell count, that's what's in here, 72. Underneath the pan that has, inside the pan that has the holes, like this one. And then I highly suggest you put it in the pan that doesn't have any holes so that you can water from below. So I don't want to get too graphic and take the video too far. Today's first video on, maybe I'll call it Gardening 2020, is to get all your supplies together. Whether it's your lid that looks like this, you may also have a lid that looks like this. It almost looks like something that fits over a cake. That goes to that ProHex, which will look like this. You want to get all of this washed. Now, something else that I did this year, and a friend of mine was like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I have some other types of cups that are like this. Some are black. I have a sanitation button on my dishwasher. I didn't put it on heat dry or anything like that. Just a little soap, not even dishwash detergent. I did a little bit of, literally a squirt of Dawn dish soap on a lot of the extra cups and stuff that I had that I used for my plants. And I put them all in the dishwasher, short cycle, to give them a quick wash, because I literally had a pile like this big of things that needed to be washed. Wanted to give myself a little shortcut. No, it didn't melt them. Like I said, don't put it on heat. You just basically want to give it a quick washing on the sanitize button if you have that on your dishwasher. So my dishwasher is new for this upcoming gardening season, so I took advantage of that. And I put a lot of cups like this, red Solo cups, inside the dishwasher to get them clean. Everything that you see here, which is quite a bit, I don't know if you can see everything. Let me bring you in. Whoops. Let me tighten this, guys. I'm so sorry. This tripod's been driving me nuts lately. I have a full entire stack of different trays and whatnot, and this took me about an hour to clean. So, do set some time aside after you find, I don't know why this thing keeps spinning. Do set some time aside. I don't know where you're at. I know some people are getting snow and storm and whatnot. I still had some trays sitting out in the elements. I didn't have enough time to get it put away. So that's what I focused on today, which was gathering up what I think is the most important thing to get started with first, and that's gather all your cups, your 72 cell counts, the lids, your other lids, your tray that has the drainages, however many of them that you have. Here's my other 272 cell count tray. I have more individual ones. Then I have one like this that holds, I don't know if you've ever, like when you buy from like Home Depot or Lowe's, they give you the cups. This is what holds them. So they gave me some. I got them for free. I asked for them during a gardening season, which is a really good idea. If you need extra trays like this, go to your box stores and see if they have any for free. And usually they do, and they will give them to you. So I washed all that. I have some more 73 cell counts. And I have a couple more trays that are literally still dripping water. That's why I put an old rug down. And the other tray, and that is what I just spent an hour doing. That's why I wanted to turn the camera on so that I can give you tip number 1 for this year's gardening. Not sure exactly what type of title I'm going to give this, but I did say that I would go from beginning to end, and I thought today would be a great day to talk about cleaning your stuff. You don't have to worry about cleaning your tools yet. Worry about if you're going to start your seeds inside the house and you have 72 count cells, or even if it's the real sturdy one, stick it in your tub, hot soap water, splash of bleach, tablespoon of vinegar. I mean like the slightest amount of bleach. Like I said, I don't use bleach. I just usually do the vinegar and the Dawn dish soap with hot scalding water. I scrub clean everything. I completely rinse it. These will go back out into my kitchen upside down on the floor for them to thoroughly dry. I'm not going to wash them and then stick them back outside. So yeah, guys, I wanted to come on today and talk about cleaning your cups or your 72 cell counts. To me, I think that's the most important thing to do right from the gate. If you're going to start a garden this spring and summer, you need to get all your equipment together, all your trays, all your cups. I have a bunch of ones that are like this that came from Marigolds, but they're like cut into 4s or 6 or 8s. I have a bunch of them in my dishwasher. I have the regular cups inside my dishwasher. I forgot that I had that function on my dishwasher. Let's say that 3 times. So I took advantage of that. So that would be my honest suggestion to start getting ready for gardening 2020. Can't wait. I love gardening. It's releases so much stress for me. And I wanted to be super organized this year. And since I started a YouTube channel back like summer, I guess, because I don't think I have like my spring videos. I just jumped off a cliff, decided to do YouTube. And yeah, I wanted to do a whole gardening series, whether it's seeds, the trays, the what dirt do I use? How do I plant seedlings in my house? How do I get them to germinate? I told you the list the other day on a video. So today is the first day to our tongue-tied. I have 1,000,001 things to do. I wanted to get on and do my first video for the series, which I think you can beg to differ, but I think gathering up all your pots, your seed trays, your lids, and getting all that sanitary, getting it all cleaned up, wash it, hot soapy water, a little bit of vinegar, let them air dry, and then if you have an empty tote, after they're completely dry, don't put them away anywhere, with some water still left in it, because then they could get mold in it. That's the object. You want to clean all of these so that you don't get mold, or your seedlings might get an infection or something of that sort. So to me, I thought that was the best way to start off this new series on gardening, gardening 101 or seeds 101. That's what I do first. So if I'm going to do this series, I'm going to do it step by step for newbie gardeners. Maybe somebody's never planted anything before. Maybe you have. Maybe you're not sure what went wrong. I've had some of those, and I wanted to be completely honest about everything that I do. I told you I would take you from beginning to end. So today is the first day of hopping on the channel and telling you what I do first to get ready for my seedlings. And that is scrubbing everything. It's a little time consuming, but you know what? It'll be so worth it, because you won't have to worry about, I think I may have to sneeze. I'm not sure if I do. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. As you know, I've been fighting a little something, and always happens when I'm on film. So yeah, I said I was going to keep it as real as possible on this channel. And I am getting ready to get a lot accomplished. And this is the first video to the series, which is, come on everyone, pull out your seed trays, your lids, your pots, whatever you plant in. That would be my first suggestion, and that's to get it nice and clean, no spiders in the bottom, no cobwebs, no leaves, hot soapy water, splash of vinegar, good to go. Let them dry thoroughly. And then if you have a spare tote, see, I don't have a ton of room. I have a decent place. I don't have, like a ton of room. So I have to improvise on how I garden starting inside my home. So after you get these all washed and dried, it's just a suggestion. After they're completely dry, no dampness, no nothing, because like I said, you don't want to get mold on them. If you have a tote, you can literally stack these all up like this. They will go inside each other as such, but make sure they're dry. The same with the trays. They will all go inside one another, and you can try to keep your life as organized as possible. And you can start stacking everything and put it in the tote, and that's the first thing off the list. So if we have a checklist of everything we're going to do through this series, that's the first thing on my list that I check off, and that's find all my seed trays, the lids, domes, if you have the domes, any type of cups, planters. That's the first thing that I do, and that is get everything sterilized, everything clean. It is a little bit of a pain, but you're only doing it once. And you want to make sure that your seedlings have a very good shot of germinating inside. And it's just very important. Unless you're the type of person that can use it 1 year, throw it out, buy another one, kudos to you. Some of us on a budget, I do like to reuse things. I am just frugal that way. So I need to pull my things out and get them clean. So that is the first thing on the checklist for this new series, which is gather up all your gardening supplies, not your shovels, not your rakes, everything that has to do with your seed trays, your pots, your trays, the pans that hold the water. You need to pull them all out. Maybe you'll have some free time tomorrow. The sooner the better, because like I said, it took me an hour to just wash this stuff, and I still have stuff in the dishwasher. Under the sanitation button is get everything clean and ready to go. Once that's done, it's completely out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. Like I said, put it off in an area somewhere. Get a nice heavy duty tote. Put all your trays, your cups in there, thoroughly dry. Put the lid on it and put it out of the way. And that is your first step to having a garden this year. All the trays will be clean and sanitized. All the pots will be ready to go. And that is my first recommendation for old gardeners, new gardeners. Some people know that trick. Some people may not know that at all. And I am going to try to be completely as thorough as possible. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to name this title. Maybe clean your ceiling trays, maybe. Who knows? But I have a list that I wrote out for the series of different things that I wanted to discuss. And this literally was the first thing on my list to get checked off, which now we can put a big check mark that all of our gardening trays and seed trays, domes and lids, and any additional pots for the babies are all thoroughly washed and sanitized. So that is the first video to this new series. I hope this helped you out a lot. It's really simple. It's not that complicated, but that's what I do first, is clean everything. And that's what I recommend for everyone to do, so that you have a fresh start. You don't have to worry why you're seeing mold on your dirt, or why did the seed not germinate. I don't want to take any chances, so I clean everything. So that, hopefully that was a quick video for everyone today. Might not have been that exciting, but it's the first video to the new series, and we are going to see this together from beginning to end. And that is exactly what I do, everyone. I find all my gardening pots and seed trays and 72 count cells and the lids and wash them. So that is the first thing, if you're going to follow along on this journey, that I suggest you do, is find all your stuff and wash it with hot soapy water with a little vinegar. Sometimes I don't even use vinegar. Scalding hot water, Dawn dish soap, a thin rag that's meant for professional cleaners that can get inside the holes. I have a nozzle spray on my sink. I spray them first to get any dirt out. After that, I let them soak for about 5-10 minutes. And then after that, I take the rag, I go down each cylinder with soap on the rag, and then I completely, scalding hot water, spray all the soap out, and then I rinse it with cold. These are gonna go back into my kitchen on the floor, and I'm gonna turn them upside down for them to thoroughly dry. And we have the first step, to only a few steps, but we have our first step out of the way. If you were like me and didn't get to close up, I got to close up my gardens. I didn't get to exactly put everything in my shed or bring certain things in. This would be one of them. So I had to go outside today, find them, dump extra dirt out into my gardens, and they were pretty filthy. And I feel literally relieved now that all the pots and the trays and everything is clean. And that is what I do. That's my first priority before I even worry about what seeds I'm buying, what am I planting. This is what I do. So if you want to go along with a checklist, which is what I wrote down of different things to discuss for this new gardening series, I just need to make some good titles. But hey everyone, get all your stuff together. Let's get it clean this weekend. We will try to do this together, maybe in steps. It's easy. It just requires a little bit of time, but that is the first step to getting ready for the next video. I will tell you what to do after washing all your seed trays this should be fun. I hope that you guys are looking forward to this series. I'll try to keep it as interesting as possible. But I've learned things, and I've been gardening for years and years and years and years, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's different if you buy it brand new. I would still probably give it a scalding little quick wash over, even if you purchase a brand new 72 cell count tray. No matter where it comes from, I would still sanitize it to keep it clean, because you just never know what's inside the stores. And yeah, that's the first thing to do on our to-do list for our new gardening series. And it was pretty simple. And I hope you guys follow along. I hope this was a little helpful. Maybe a big percentage of you already know about this little step. I wasn't sure, so I thought I would make a quick video on let's get all of our pots and our 72 cell count items all washed, cleaned, and sanitized so we can move to step 2. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and smash that like button. For some reason, I don't have a lot of likes on the channel, but quite a little bit of views. I am new, but I'm going to stay with it. And yeah, make sure you turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss the next video that I put out. Inside your notification bell, it has 3 spots. Make sure you hit the all buttons on so that, like I said, you don't miss the next video that I post. So I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm going to have you guys hold me accountable, that if you see me not on in a few days on YouTube, because between being sick, like I said, I was just putting videos here and there in the beginning, and then I was getting better at it. Then I got sick over the holidays, and I'm behind and still have decorations to take down. But you guys can hold me accountable. I would like to shoot for, honestly, a video every day. Can I promise that? Probably not, because I'm afraid you guys will get sick of me. So I say we may shoot for 3 times a week. As soon as I know that for 100% definite, I will let you guys know in the next video what days, what time will it be uploaded, so that you can follow me along on this journey. Guys, we're going to do this. Guys and gals, we're going to do this. Even you gents who have never gardened before, hop on board and let's do it. It's super easy. Like I said, I had 7 gardens that were producing all the way to November, and I'm going to show you how I did that. This is the first video, and that's clean all your trays, your domes, your lids. I feel like I'm repeating myself. And on that note, love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video. And yeah, I'll see you for the next garden video, which will be, I don't know, garden video number 2. Still don't know what title I'm going to give it, but I'll figure it out. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.